9:45 with the Kroger Grand Reopening Celebration, Northwoods Boulevard in Vandalia. It's Jeff, Christy, and Dave. And right now it's Jeff, Christy, Dave, and Marty, which has a really nice ring to it.
Wait, what?
Wait, I know. Sorry, Dave. Sorry, Christy.
What? It could be Marty anybody.
It's not Marty anybody. It is Marty Brennaman on the radio with us, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you.
Great to see you, and I know you've only had a couple months of your retirement, but we'd like to invite you to join our show.
That means I got to come out of retirement.
It's sort of counterproductive, right?
It certainly is.
First of all, congratulations on the amazing career, and we were just kind of talking briefly about, I can't imagine how overwhelming that this past season has been for you, because, and you've said it publicly, that's not really what you were hoping for as a bunch of fanfare.
No, originally I wanted to quit after the 18 season, and I wanted to do it and do the last game of the season, and Monday morning call Phil Castellini and say, hey, I got news for you, pal. I'm done with this. And they got word of it, and it didn't go too well.
Right.
And so Phil and I have had some classic nose-to-noses in the past.
Yeah.
And I agreed to come back because it was 150th anniversary of professional baseball. And,
right.
And I really did not want anything. I didn't want all the things that ultimately came to fruition because I told him, and I said it publicly, with all that the area and specifically the city has given me in 46 years, I didn't need anything. I was good with it. I had no regrets. I love the city. I love the area. I was blessed to be smart enough over a lot of years to turn down a lot of opportunities to go to New York, Chicago, San Francisco, you name it. At some point, people called, and
yeah.
But what happened far exceeded anything I ever. I was blown away by the last days, and other events, so to speak. And with Zach Bonkowski and the other people in that department. But at the end of the day, when the 26th of September was over with, I was happy about that. I was good with it.
Yeah. Well, of course, I'm sure everybody's saying, all right, Marty, what are you going to do now? And how involved will you be if to any degree with the Reds moving forward? And what would your answer to that be?
Well, I've signed a 3-year deal with the club for want of a better term, and I hate the word, but they're using it. I'm not. I'll be in spring training for almost 3 weeks.
Okay.
Schmoozing with owners and the sponsors and things of that nature, and go on appear at Reds Fest, and also go on the Caravan and
good.
things I've normally done.
Right.
And so I'm going to be connected, but not in a broadcast way. And I'm kind of looking forward to that. But the personal priority, and Amanda and I just got back Sunday from being gone almost two weeks. Highlight of my year was going to Disneyland for 3 days.
I saw your pictures on Instagram.
It was unbelievable. I'm not telling you. Anybody who has never been there and has been to Orlando but has never been to Disneyland, you cannot imagine.
Yeah.
I mean, Disneyland has Orlando completely blown away.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Disneyland is Walt Disney. Orlando is corporate Disney.
Okay,
and
interesting.
There's a major. I hated to leave there, and I've never been a big Disney fan. I mean, I enjoyed going to the park, but we spent almost 3 days out there, and it was spectacular. I mean, then we got on a cruise ship and went up and down the West Coast.
You did like a Reds.
This is the
Reds
36th
cruise, right?
year in a row we've done the baseball cruise.
Yeah.
And so we just got back home Sunday, and I was ready to come home.
I bet so. Well, it's fun. If you don't follow Marty on Instagram, I saw all this stuff getting posted, and I thought, man, it looks like they're having so much fun. It seems like you and Amanda really have a great time, and you're in a great season for that, which probably brought on the retirement.
I got to be honest with you. I've said before that the road to matrimonial bliss has been a very expensive one. I mean, this is the third time I've done it, but I hit the jackpot this time. She's will not let the grass grow under my.
I guess you're second to the last game, right?
The night Tom and I worked together.
Yeah, and I got to watch just the throes of fans come by, and I thought it was so cool because you and Tom were pretty much in an open air broadcast area on the bottom level, so it was pretty easy to get to you. Now they did a nice job of not just letting anybody down there, but I mean, you were saying hi to as many people as you could. I can't imagine how overwhelming that night was.
Well, it was. I kind of anticipated the public arena that we were in, and the proximity of the baseball fans to where we were. But it was really enjoyable. I reflect back to the Reds, and in this case specifically to Zach Bonk.
And broadcast, yes.
And had a great time.
Yeah.
I mean, it was unbelievable. And I told him about that, and I think we should have done what we did my last 3 days at Great American Ballpark. We should have been doing this years ago.
Yeah, that was a really neat thing to see and be a part of it. And the next day, I got to tell you, I don't cry very often during Reds games, but
Liar.
well, I did after a couple losing streaks this year, but that's a different story.
You cried a lot then.
Right. We won't talk like the whole beginning of the season, but that's a different story. But I got to tell you, I was
The game's over. I don't care who's on the field. A lot of people are going to say, the heck with this, we're leaving. We're going home and trying to beat the traffic or whatever the case might be. And how many people stayed around it was Jim Day did the thing on the circular stage that they had erected on the field, and it was nice, and it was also timely because they were going to rip that field up anyway and put a brand new field in, which they have been doing since the season ended. So whatever damage the crowd did on that field, they didn't care, which was a good thing. I would question whether or not they would have done that. We were confronted with the inevitability that here it is, there will be no tomorrow. And so, the post-game show, we started talking about it, and I had a tough time getting through it. And at some point he said, you need some help, don't you, little buddy? That's what he used to call me.
Little buddy, yes.
And I said, yeah, I do. And so we got through it. So I knew how tough it was going to be. And Brantley made it tougher because he spilled his heart out. Thank God for Jeff Brantley.
What a great guy.
We've had such a wonderful relationship, and he's a guy who genuinely is thrilled to be in the position that he's in, and he'll tell you flat out. Over the years, when it appeared that he had a possibility of being a professional baseball player, and he said all the while that I was moving through the Giants system and ultimately got to the big leagues, the only job I ever wanted in life was to broadcast Reds baseball.
Really?
He and his dad used to sit in the day. I was done.
It was precious to be listening to at that time, and it was, you could tell that you two had a special bond because I'm sure filling Joe Nuxall's shoes, impossible. And I think it's cool because I don't think Jeff Brantley ever really tried to do that. He tried to just do his own thing, and that probably was the best thing.
And the funny thing is that there were a lot of fans that it took time for them to warm up to Jeff.
Yeah.
Because of his accent,
different style,
his Alabama accent. And once they did, his popularity has just gone through the roof. He knows more about pitching than anybody I've ever been around.
For sure.
I learned a lot about pitching in the years that he and I worked together, and he's just a fun guy. I swear to goodness, we laughed so much. It was a shame. It was criminal to be paid for enjoying the job and the relationship that we had. To the world that they have all this money and they were going to put an emphasis on signing free agent players, and certain players' names immediately came up, and lo and behold, Yasmani Grandal signs yesterday with the Chicago White Sox. And if they fail to get the players that have been linked to this team and its desire to sign free agent players, I don't know where they're going to go. If it were me and I'd been Dick Williams, I'd have shut my mouth and gone about my business without making it a grand announcement that we're going after free agent ball players. I just think that was a mistake. However, they've got the makings of a very, very good pitching rotation.
Yeah, they do.
With the three guys they've got at the top of their rotation, I think they're very close. And in 2020 could be an impactful year if they make the right moves between now and the beginning of 2020.
Well, let's hope they do. That sounds like a pretty good prescription for me. Jen, is your arm falling off there? I'm sorry.
Jen, you all right?
We're on Facebook Live with Marty Brennaman, and before we wrap up, I just want to say, Marty, the reason that I am in broadcasting is because when I was a kid, I would sit there and I would turn down the TV, and I would listen to you and Joe, and then I would, after the game was over, I would sit there with my own little tape recorder, and I would take a little digital baseball game, and I would pretend that I was you, and I have the tapes to
Thank
prove
God
it.
you
So,
weren't.
so I have the tapes to prove it. If I really
That's
want to
really
embarrass
cool.
myself, so
I
I
like
still,
that. Thank you very much. I
yeah.
appreciate
so,
that.
But
Jack.
you're the reason I got into broadcasting.
You're a good man. I
So,
appreciate it. I hope it's as fulfilling for you as it's been for me.
Oh, amen, brother. It sure has been, and always a pleasure to talk to you.
Thank
Marty
you.
Brennaman,
Thank you.
ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for spending all the time with us. That's a great way to wrap our broadcast here from Kroger. Actually, we're going to be back right after the break because we got to tell you who's coming to Summerfest 22 at the Phrase Pavilion. We'll be back on Mix 107.7.
Right now,
I was out there.
Auto Group.